Hi everyone, I'm Rose Littlejohn interviewing Kasha Smith with Candles by Perfection KS. Kasha has secured a table at the BPW Upper Keys and Power You event on March 7th. Thank you so much for your support, Kasha. We're really excited to have you. She's going to give us some insight into her business. So let's get started. Would you please start off by telling us a little bit about your business, Kasha?
Yes, so first I would like to say thank you, Rose, for having me. So, as some of you know, my name is Kasha Smith, and I'm the founder of KandleS by Perfection KS. And I'm an eco friendly luxury candle brand specializing in non toxic, plant based candles with wooden wicks, which is everybody's favorite part of the candle. And what started as a healing outlet during a major life transition grew into a purpose driven business. So today I hand pour every single candle for retail customers, for private label, as well as partnerships for wholesale, as well as making elevated candle making workshops that are designed to create connection and community.
Purpose driven. I love that. I want to hear more about that. So tell us, what makes your product or service different from others doing something similar?
So focus on clean and luxury, right? So our candles are non-toxic, they're safe for pets, they're safe for people, and they're crafted with everybody's favorite, that wooden wick, which allows that crackling calm in the background, which sets the mood and tone for every single atmosphere. So for private label partnerships that help women expand their brands and to help with hands-on workshops that bring people together. So we don't just sell candles, we help create atmospheres, emotion, and opportunity.
Lovely. So as I think about what you just described, I can actually feel the candle, in my room here. That's a lovely way to describe it. So when you think about your product and your service, how do you price it and what does that include?
See, now that is very interesting. So our pricing reflects quality, intention, and positioning. See, every candle includes our clean ingredients, our premium fragrance oils, our wooden wicks, as well as reusable packaging. So for wholesale and private label clients, our pricing includes customization, brand alignment, and scalable production. So we don't compete on being the cheapest, we compete on value, experience, and consistency. And by doing this, it allows us to be that great because we are a small batch company.
And having said all that, there sounds like there's a lot that goes into making candles.
Yes, very much so, very much so.
So when you think about some of your clients and partners today, what do you enjoy working with and with them in the work that you do?
So I love, love, love working with growth-minded women. And that goes as far as boutique owners, event planners, corporate teams, entrepreneurs, gift shops, because we want to expand, help them expand their offerings with a clean, elevated product. Above that, I also enjoy serving customers because we really care who brings our non-toxic, eco-friendly candles into their homes because we know that they appreciate intentional and thoughtful gifting.
Lovely. So when you think about the customer in the center of all that we do and your focus in, customer satisfaction, can you share an example of a real result or success story from a client?
So my favorite one would have to deal with a school. So this school just so first we forget how much time goes into educators and how much they put into the minds that they're growing of our young ones. And this school in particular put on a whole wellness retreat day for their whole entire staff. And I mean, every single person, no matter the title, they were invited to this candle making workshop that they invited us to. And the success of this was most of my classes range from 1 to 12 participants. but this class had 80 plus teachers. And that was a big wow and success for me because I've never done it at such a big scale. But now it taught me that I can be at that scale and I don't have to undermine or second guess myself when it comes to doing bigger and better things with the brand.
Kasha, that sounds like such a fun event. Thank you for sharing that with us. That is awesome. So, when you think about the business and the develop of the business and how long you've had it in operation, what have been some of the challenges you faced in growing the business and how have you addressed them?
My biggest challenge would have to be shifting from employee to CEO mindset. So after 20 plus years in corporate, I had to learn to be able to price confidently and build systems and fully own my vision. So instead of trying to compete in a crowded market that I'm in, I leaned into the brand clarity and I focused on clean luxury and strategic partnerships, and that is what ultimately fueled my growth.
So, instead of having fear of transition and change, you made something out of it. That's incredible.
Yes. Yes.
So, so that concludes the interview questions. However, is there anything else you'd like to share with us that we haven't already covered about your business?
Yes. So really fast, I just want to sum up everything is if there's one thing I would have to leave with you, it's this. Sometimes the things that feel like a setback is actually an invitation to build something greater, right? My business was born during uncertainty. I could have allowed that moment to define me, but instead I chose to create. And what started as therapy turned into a brand. What started in my kitchen table in my little house now sits in boutiques, at corporate events, at this event coming up, which I'm so excited for. So I want to just let everyone know that as women, we are incredibly resourceful. We pivot, we rebuild, we innovate. And when we support one another, we multiply that impact. And here at KandleS, it's not just about candles. It's about resilience. It's about reinvention. It's creating opportunities that align with wellness, family, and financial independence. In whatever season everyone is in their businesses, I want to say trust that you can turn that something into something powerful.
Wow, Kasha, that is so incredibly inspiring. Thank you for sharing your words of wisdom with us, sharing your business. I can't wait to see you at the event. Thank you so much for your time and have a great day. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, and I cannot wait.